What's up, everybody? Welcome. Thank you for being here. I am so happy to have you again for another session of the organic marketing. So, with today we're going to be talking about is we're going to be speaking about the daily to-dos, and this may sound like something basic or something that is not important, but believe me, it's worth understanding because this is basically like Tony Robbins speaks about. This is foundational work. I mean, if you and Alex Hormozy speaks about it. It's like doing this daily work, the daily grind, and that's what gets you to the next million and 2 million and whatsoever. So we want to make sure that we understand exactly what is it that we need to do on a daily basis so that we can create some momentum and get us to the next level. So organic marketing basically is based on interaction, human interactions that leads eventually to sales. And for us to make human interactions successful, it needs to be done consistently. And to do it consistently, there are steps, and that's what we're going to be talking about. So, the first thing that we need to understand in terms of, I would like to share with you before I go into, is like there is a saying, a quote, I heard it from Grant Cardone says, anything that don't grow end up dying. So, and it's very true. And that's why this very exercise helps you exactly avoid being to die because that's what we don't want. And we want to do this. This requires a lot of heart and requires a lot of dedication, and it needs to be accompanied by a belief, a high level of belief, in order to get you to whatever you decide to have. So if you are doing any kind, selling any service, or doing affiliate marketing, high ticket affiliate marketing, and or if you are into a spiritual niche and you need to build an audience and to build yourself uh, an ecosystem that you can control and develop and become the leader, then this is for you. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do inside our daily organic activities is to basically send friend requests. And sending friend requests happens by actually doing something prior to that, which is the home of the customer avatar. So we need to understand exactly who is our dream customer. Once we do this exercise, by the way, if you want to know more about the dream customer, I have inside my Facebook group, the Council of CEOs. I have all the information there. You will be more than welcome to join me and download that information. And basically, once you have do once you did the customer avatar exercise, then you know exactly who you want to speak to, and you know exactly where to find them. And this is half the work. Literally, this is half the work because now you only go and add them because you know which group they are hanging out at, and then it's easy to go and add them and friend them and develop some serious relationships with them. There is a lot of things that needs to be added, but this is the core things. If you do it, you will be able to create momentum. Don't, for sure. So we want to add 100 people. Now, adding 100 people, it's not easy because a lot of reasons. First, if you add the 100 people in one shot, you will certainly be put into Facebook jail, and that's something we don't want. So you want to make sure that you are uh, dividing this activity into 3 to 4 sessions a day. This way you can divide it, you can add 20 people or 25 4 times or whatever you decide to do. So this makes it easy and more feasible. The next thing you want to do is the fact that if there is a choice here that we have to do. If you want to just add as much as possible and build an audience as fast as possible, then you can go ahead and do that, and you will be okay. But later on, you will have problem because you will find a lot of dead weight inside your list, and this is not good. But if you want to select and filter from the top of the funnel, then you may want to put more time checking the profiles and understanding who this person is. And at that point, this will take more time, and it's going to, for example, to add maybe 20 people, it may take you maybe half an hour or something like that. So you want to do whatever is good for you, whatever you feel is good. Generally speaking, adding quality people is better because you don't need to go later on and unfriend people and take them out of your group or whatever. So this is a good energy into the right thing. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is to reach out to these people. So let's say if you send 50 friend requests today and 30 of them they accepted your friend request, then you want to send these people the next day, you want to send these people a welcome message and a thank you message. So that should be the beginning of building a relationship and establishing some human relationship that can lead easily to the next step. So there is a lot of steps that goes into it. So you need to build a report, then you need to, I'm sorry, you need to break the ice by the first message, then you need to build the report, then you need to move the conversations from just building reports into business conversations, then from business conversations you want to identify the pain, then once you identify the pain, then you can move into the invitation, then once the invitation, then you move into sales calls, then they whatever you decide to give at that point, close sales calls or PDF or whatever you decide to do. So this is the whole process of how the message. That's why I said you're welcome to join me inside my Facebook group because I give all this. All this is already available, so you can just plug in and watch it. So this is the second step. We want to make sure that we are sending welcome messages so we can establish some basic human relationship with the people that just join us, just friend us, so that we can get the momentum going. Once, not only that, this is important, but also because the algorithm in Facebook, once I send you a friend request and you accept me, and next day I send you a welcome message and you respond to me, then the algorithm say, hey, these two people, they know each other, so I'm going to start showing this content to this person and this person content to this person, and this is where the indoctrination process starts, and that's where we can get the relationship built into some serious foundations. Okay, so next thing, so remember we said the first thing is adding 100 people, second is sending welcome messages, third is put a piece of content inside your profile. And there is a lot of nuances here that need to be spoken about because most gurus out there, they tell you, okay, go add people, send them welcome message, and put a piece of content. But the problem is, if you have less than 1,000 people in your audience, or if you have an audience even within 1,000 people, but you know that it's all filled of inadequate people, then it makes absolutely no sense to invest time into content because you are be putting time to speak to people who are completely inadequate. But if you have if you take time to build an audience for at least 1,000 people, I think 1,000 is very important as a number because it's like a threshold that gives you enough information. Once you start sending welcome messages and once you start having conversations and inviting sales calls, that's a good, especially if you took the time to build that audience based on real uh, uh, credentials and criteria, then that will be a great threshold to look for to build an audience. So now what we say, you send 100 friend requests a day, you send them welcome message, you put a piece of content, and finally you do a follow-up welcome message. Let's say I send you a friend request, you accepted me today, then I will wait maybe 6 hours or 12 hours, and then next day I will send you a welcome message. Then you send me back after an hour, you send me back a thank you for my welcome message, and this is what's called the follow-up. So once you send me that thank you or whatever, that you respond to my welcome, basically to my welcome message, that's where I am able to take you through the 5 stages that I just mentioned, and that's where things start to happen. Okay, because at this point we already have something in common that we are sharing, and it's much easier to move the conversation into business. So now I would like to to underscore something. There are three ways of doing cold. There is the cold calls, the cold messages, and the cold emails. What we do inside Facebook, we wait until we have. It doesn't matter if you are on Facebook or you are on LinkedIn, or it doesn't matter what platform you are in. But the idea, we want to wait until we are requested. Our request is accepted. Then we send that welcome message. So it's less of a cold message, because you already see me, you see what I do, you saw what I do, you saw what I'm up to. So you have an idea already about what is it that I'm doing. And if you accept my friend request, then it means that probably you think that there is some mutual benefit that we can get from being connected. You see what I mean? So I just wanted to make sure that this point is understandable, because in the agency world or in other niches, people, they just start and go ahead and do cold messages, which is okay. It's successful, it's still good, but we just wait here inside Facebook or LinkedIn. We wait until people respond. If not, we do a second follow up and the third follow up until they respond. So this is basically the first block of action that needs to be done on a daily basis. It doesn't matter if you're sick. It doesn't matter if you are having issues with your wife. It doesn't matter if you have not eaten. It doesn't matter. You need to do these three or four things religiously, like your life depends on it. And if you do it within 6 months, you can see the whole I mean, day and night difference. Next is phase two, or block two of action, and this is to put gas on fire and to help you move into the next level. And in this area, we want just to expand. And every single action we do, we just expand. So the first thing that we do when we move into the phase two or block two of action items is to go ahead and establish our second ecosystem. The ecosystem is extremely important, because our ecosystem, we control it. We own the traffic. We don't rent the traffic. We own the traffic, like Russell Brunson says. There's own, rent, and what is it? Something else. So we own the traffic. So that's very important. Next thing is we want to we own we have an ecosystem. We are the leader, and then we are able to move people into our Facebook group or in LinkedIn group or wherever you happen to be. Then we ask them questions and we extract their email. We ask for their email and we start communicating. We add a new outlet of communication with these people, and this creates in itself a new relationship, because now we are able to message them, to meet them with our content on our profile newsfeed. We are able to do a follow. We are able to reach them in our email. So we have so many ways of speaking to these people and influencing their thinking and what they see, how they see the world. So this is very important. Next, we want to do is we want to put a piece of content, a written content, doesn't matter if short or long, inside our Facebook group, especially if you're just starting and you have no uh, activity going on inside there, then you need to put piece of content on a daily basis. Next, you want to at least do a once a week live inside your Facebook group or your LinkedIn. So this way you can create some momentum, and whoever just joined, he has the possibility to see that you are giving some value and there is some interest there. Next, you want to what else? Yes, you want to add a few stories inside your Facebook, and finally, you can, if once you start seeing that there is something going on and there is some energy that you've been able to build, then you can add another platforms such as TikTok or Instagram. And this basically, they come as a front end marketing tool. So that's because they are short and they just grab attention, and we grab attention and we move people into our main hub, which is our profile, either on Facebook or on LinkedIn. And this way we can keep that conversation going and move them eventually to our Facebook group, where we get even warmer relationship and then make them offers them. So this is the whole process how things works. Now, Finally, what we do, yeah, we turn. The last thing I want to mention is YouTube. YouTube is a tricky thing because I was just doing this in my Facebook group, and somebody asked me, "So what do you think about YouTube? Should we go about it from the get go?" The general consensus is that everybody says you need to do YouTube from the get go, and you need to learn how to do it. My take is that you need to feel comfortable doing it. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, then try to put some time, invest some time into your live training inside your Facebook group. This way you can get used to it, and then once you start doing YouTube, it feels natural. Okay, like I guess I hope I'm being natural with you right now. Uh, Last but not least, yes. So the next thing you want to do is to send Loom videos so that you can conversations that you open and they need to have to be more specific. You can send Loom videos that is a tailored response to people who need a specific and tailored answer, and this is an amazing tool that you need to use. If you are not using it, then you are missing a big time on it, especially that it's free. It's only 5 minutes, but it's very important. If you are interested, I'm doing training next week specifically on this topic. If you are interested, please make sure to join me inside the Council of CEOs on Facebook. And finally, you want to make sure that you are having sales conversations, and you want to make sure that you are having people inside your group and talking to people inside your group, right? Inviting people to your group. So I will stop right here. I'm not gonna speak about the KPI because it's something that you need to come join me inside my Facebook group to be able to access it. But the idea is the first KPI that I want to speak about is something that I got from Charlie Morgan, and it's an amazing thing. It's basically a daily planner of exactly what is it that you do, and you want to make sure that you inside the piece of paper you have at the top of an hour you have exactly, you have from 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10. And for example, from 7 to 8 I'm taking a shower, 8 I'm dropping my daughter, at 9 I'm starting the deep work, so that you know exactly on the daily basis what is it that you're doing. And this is very, very, very helpful because you don't want to be thinking, waking up in the morning and they say, "Oh, what is it I'm going to start with?" No, you want to wake up in the morning, shower, and then hit the road with whatever you have to do. The next thing you want to do in terms of KPI is to record the actions that happens the day where that just finished. And you want to do that by you want to understand exactly what tools or metrics that helps you see what needs to be adjusted. For example, if you are not having any conversation or if you're not having any sales calls, then you may want to go back and see, okay, well, how many friend requests did I send today and how many conversations did they have? This tells you exactly where is the gap and you can adjust based on that. And finally, there is a something called the war map. I think it's by Charlie Morgan also, and it's an amazing. It's in one of his videos. And if you're interested, you can go check it out. I will try to put a link of his video, even though we don't do that, but you can check it out and you can download that it's an amazing tool. Okay, so with that being said, I will stop right here. If you have any questions, please make sure to put them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to address them and get back with you personally, not my VA. Have a great day and talk soon. Bye bye.